Hello, boys and girls. Miss Marcia at Lake Whitney Public Library. I have my mask, and my friend Baylor Bear, he's with me still, and he is my Valentine. He has his mask on. He wants to remind you to come by the library. We have some activity kits and craft kits. In the craft kit, you'll get the supplies to make a hanging heart like this, as well as some great coloring sheets, coloring pages, and activities. So be sure and come by. And Baylor, what is this big red thing back here? Well, this is the card I'm making for you. I'm making for all the boys and girls who come to the library. We're not quite finished, but it will say Happy Valentine. So be sure and come to the library and look for this big Valentine card in the window. Today, we're going to read a couple of special Valentine stories. The first one is from The Very Hungry Caterpillar. It is called Love from the Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. You are so sweet. The cherry on my cake. You are the apple of my eye. You are the bee's knees. You make the sun shine brighter. You make the stars sparkle. You make the birds sing. You make my heart flutter. That's why I love you. The end. Our next book for today is called Froggy's First Kiss by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank McKiswick. Froggy's First Kiss. It was the week before Valentine's Day, and for Froggy, Valentine's Day meant, it was also meant for, let me start over. It was the week before Valentine's Day, and for Froggy, Valentine's Day meant candy, but it also meant love. At school, Froggy's mind wandered. "Froggy!" cried his teacher, Miss Witherspoon. "What?" "Kindly pay attention, dear." And that's when he saw the prettiest girl frog in the world, the new girl in class. Her name was Frogolina, and when she smiled at him, his insides got all soft and wiggly, like he'd had caterpillars for breakfast. At recess, Frogolina smiled at him, though through the monkey bars. He was hanging upside down, and when he saw her, he fell smack on his head. Bonk! At lunch, Frogolina sat beside him. She smiled and opened her lunchbox. "I have a treat for you, Froggy. Close your eyes." And she gave him a great big juicy apple. After lunch, Frogolina and Froggy played together. They played tetherball. Frogolina wound up and socked the ball, and Froggy was so busy gazing into her eyes, the ball hit him in the head, bonk, and knocked him down. At lunch the next day, Frogolina smiled and opened her lunchbox. "I have a goodie for you, Froggy. Close your eyes." And she gave him a cookie shaped like a heart. That afternoon, Froggy and his class made valentines. They cut hearts out of paper, some big, some little, some red, some pink. And on just one, Froggy wrote, "I love you." He didn't want any of his classmates to see, especially Frogolina. So he worked under his desk. "Froggy," called Miss Witherspoon. "What?" "Please work at your seat, dear, and don't make such a mess." When Froggy stood up, he hit his head on his desk. Bonk. And everybody laughed, especially Frogolina. At lunch the next day, Frogolina sat beside him again. She smiled and opened her lunchbox. "I have a surprise for you, Froggy. Close your eyes." And what do you think she gave him? A big, juicy kiss. Smack on his cheek. "Blah!" spluttered Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Froggy grabbed his lunchbox and flopped away. Flop, flop, flop. His tummy felt so weird he couldn't eat his lunch, not even dessert. On the bus home after school, everybody teased him, even Max, his best friend. They sang, "Froggy has a girlfriend, Froggy has a girlfriend." "No, I don't," cried Froggy. But his heart felt heavy. Was it love? Was it hunger? Was it his backpack filled with Valentine cards? When the bus stopped, he flopped all the way home. Flop, flop, flop. "What'd you do at school today, Froggy?" asked his mother. "We made valentines," said Froggy. "Did you make one for someone special?" Froggy turned almost purple and flopped into his room. Flop, flop, flop. But the next morning on Valentine's Day, Froggy served his mother breakfast in bed and said, "Mom, that someone special is you." And he gave his mother the big heart with the "I love you." And his mother gave Froggy a whole bunch of kisses, candy kisses. The end.